Hi guys, it's Tiffany Hill, independent Beachbody coach. I wanted to share some of my favorite things I like to eat. This is a request. I got some messages asking what are just a few little quick things that I do eat on my certain meal plan. So I'm going to go into breakfast. Breakfast, I love oatmeal. So I've been eating this since I was a kid. Maple and brown sugar. You could choose whichever one you want. This one's only 160 calories. I use it with water now. I used to use it with milk because it was creamier. But just if you don't want to add those extra calories, I would have this. And it keeps you full for a long time. I have only one packet and I'm full almost till lunch. So this is something good to have. One of my other favorites, I love green beans. Your greens are very important, whether it's this or regular greens, salad, lots of green leafy things. They're really good for you. I noticed when I started eating more greens, that's when I started losing weight, and I just felt regular and healthier, less bloating and all that. I'm not sure if that's a fact, but for me, it worked. Something else I use as a side or I mix with brown rice is black beans. Now, I got, this time when I went shopping, I got the low sodium one. I do love salt. Salt doesn't love me. It's not good for you. So I don't want to be bloated all the time. So I got low sodium because there's salt in everything. If you realize it, I don't know if you guys check your labels, but there's sodium in everything almost. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. So try to get low sodium things. It's better. When I was talking about the brown rice, this is the brown rice. It doesn't matter what kind you get. I do love white rice, but I noticed, this is better for you. Something else I love sandwiches. I used to work at a sandwich place and I ate a lot of sandwiches, so I do eat a lot of sandwiches still. I know people think you can't have a lot of carbs, blah, whatever. You can. Sometimes I use these. I like to change it up a bit. These are Oro Wheat Sandwich Thins. They're only 100 calories, as you could see, and they're really thin, so you're having less bread. You see how thin that is? I don't know if you guys could see that. Pretty good. It's bread. Something else I use, you could use it for breakfast or lunch, are these tortillas. They are wheat, high in fiber, and these are good if you want to make a little small breakfast burrito or, just breakfast roll-ups with turkey bacon and scrambled eggs, or if you just want egg whites. These are pretty good. And a little hot sauce. You have to have a little flavor. Now, when I was talking about the low sodium, I do use this sometimes when I'm making, ground turkey. I don't really use beef anymore. Well, I don't use ground beef. I've transferred over to ground turkey, and when I have burgers, I have turkey burgers now. I do love regular burgers, no offense against them, but something lean, and this is less sodium. It still tastes good, and if you want something spicy, use a little hot sauce. I recommend making your own salsa at home. I make my own, got a recipe from a friend, and it's healthier. Something else I use. There's not much taste. But if you do love pasta and rice and stuff, and if you just want to switch it up every once in a while just for something a little healthier, I really don't know how to say this, couscous, something, whatever. It's wheat. It's good. When I use this, I actually made like a mini rice bowl. So I had chopped chicken, some veggies and bell pepper, and then some of this, and I also use lentil. Pretty good. If you mix it all up, you can't taste the difference. Something else I love, tuna. I don't use too much mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise, but like I said, dairy's not my friend. I don't know if it's yours. I don't use too much of it. I try to limit my dairy intake to only a couple times a week. It's better for me, and I notice when I have too much dairy, I'm sluggish, and I don't want to be sluggish. So when I make this, you could have this as a snack. I don't know if you guys could see that. You could have this as a snack, and you just put it in a bowl, drizzle some lemon juice, olive oil, and chop some tomatoes up, and that could be a snack. Or if you just want to make a sandwich, I use mustard, toast my bread. You could use the sandwich thin like I was showing you. Pickle on the side, tomatoes, lettuce, and you're good to go. Something else I use. I do love butter. I'm not against it, but it's not so good for you. So I've been using this olive oil. There's no calorie. There's nothing in it. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's just my choice. And two last things. Green tea. I started drinking green tea when I started my Shakeology cleanse. You don't want to have too many cups of green tea, just like you don't want to have too much coffee. It does dehydrate you, so you want to have more water if you have coffee or whatever. I do this sometimes. It helps actually suppress my appetite sometimes. I mean, I still eat my meals, but if you're one of those people who have cravings or something, try to have this first thing in the morning. So right when you wake up, have this, and then have your breakfast. And you might notice a difference. I know I did. I started having it in the morning before breakfast, and then I would have it after lunch and stay pretty full. And your body gets used to it. So it's pretty good while trying to eat healthier. My last thing for today, cinnamon. Okay. Now, my shakes, I started to use a lot of this. And I mean, no matter how much I use, it's never overloading. I mix it with my chocolate and my half frozen banana. And it's my new favorite recipe. It's delicious. If you use Shakeology, try with cinnamon. It's so good. And I've been reading that, I'm not sure if it's a fact, so I'm not a nutritionist, so don't take this as a fact, that it helps with slimming your tummy. So you look that up yourself, or if you have a friend who's a nutritionist, you ask. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just passing on some of my little tips that I use and what I eat. And so all the stuff I've showed you, it's helped me lose about 20 pounds. So for me, it's working. But you know, you try different things and see what works for you. Just try to switch stuff to, you know, more whole wheats. And one tip is, when you are doing whole wheat, you want to make sure the bread you get is 100% whole wheat flour and just 100% whole wheat. If you read the back of it, the label, some of them have dyes. You don't want that, because then it's not 100% whole wheat or whole grain, and you're not eating what you think you are. So that's just a tip. So if you have any questions, comment below. And thanks, guys. See you soon.